Okay, I finished my necklace. I Sorry, I'm crying a little bit over my kitty. I'm listening today for some reason. Really bad. Looks like that hanging up. Sorry about the sniffles. And then this is the old one. I forgot to show you the back on that one. I did do the back, so I didn't do as good a job on the back as I did on this one. A little bit out of the loop for a while, so but not bad. And these are made with check glass, and this is made with Swarovski pearls, Swarovski crystals, and the white ones are real freshwater pearls. And the clasp is not silver or gold, it's like an antique gold. It don't stick. It's not supposed to break you out, and it's pretty costly. It costs more than a sterling silver would. It was like $3 or something for this clasp. So anyway, it matches. Anyway, it's not too bad of a job. I thought I would show you some of my stuff I made for the people who hasn't seen it. And I don't have that many subscribers, so couldn't be too many people that has seen it. And this is a bracelet that I made. It's a couple years back. I'm afraid to wear it because that it is so elegant. So elegant and lacy, and just you can't. I wore it once and I had to totally take it apart, all the ruffles here, and redo it because it broke. So it's not for sale, not for wearing, just for admiring and displaying, let people see what you can do with beads, how you can, you know, manipulate them is a good word for it. Make it look like lace. Don't they look lacy? I did follow a lady on a how-to on this, so I didn't think I'd be able to do it because it's pretty complicated. But I changed a few things in there, did a couple things my own way. But basically, you know, it was her idea, but I made it my own. And it's gorgeous. And those are all Swarovskis except for the pink ones. They are twin beads. Yeah, I can't remember the name of them. And this is a Russian spiral done loosely, you know, with a twist on it, done differently. So, and it's got opals in it, and then Swarovskis, and they got the pink going in it, and I've got some like metals beads in it, and I don't know, it's not too bright, is it? So we can do, I hope that brightened it up some. I have a clasp with a safety chain on it. My arm is like a 6 3/4, so I make everything like about a little over 7-inch bracelet. So I'm pretty average size, so it should fit most people. If you have a bigger arm, my stuff may not fit you. I wear the heck out of these. I just love these. I made these. I got this huge Swarovski. Ridiculously big, as you can see. And I bezeled around it and made it into what I call a flower. And the little leaves. So yeah, I don't know. This is the back of my bezeling. And then I put like what would look like little leaves on the side. So yeah. I wear this all the time. I made this, my creation. It's a check glass bead. These are Swarovski pearls. These Swarovskis in here. Swarovskis. Then it's just, hard to find a nice orangey color to wear. It looks good with blue jeans. It looks good with like sports or t-shirts. And there's like these the orangey pink, peachy clothes, and this just blends right in with them. So I love that. It's another one of my go-tos. I made this. This is one of the last ones I made. I just love wearing this thing. I like making my own toggles. It just flashes blue and purples and just is really pretty beads. So yeah. This one these are dragon scale beads. And so I made this, and yeah, I like to wear it with like my green colored stuff. So yeah, cool looking. I don't know, I just made a design up. And I made this up. This is a check glass button, and I just bezeled around it and came up with some way to put it so I could wear it as a bracelet. It turned out pretty cool. So the colors are magnificent, and it's got some purple Swarovski opal Swarovskis in them here and there. And this button is, where I got them from. They're not for clothing. They're specially made for jewelry. And I made this. And it's really turned out cute. The colors are just, I don't know, festival looking. And I like to make my toggles, like I said. They work, to me, better, if not, just as good as one you would have to try to figure out to put on there somehow. So, heck, I just make them myself. These were expensive beads. And this is called the Russian Spiral. The gold beads on here are metal. And it's done to where it's like hollow in the inside. I just love the way it turned out, the colors. And then this is a net with Swarovskis inside of it. They're encaged in this netting that I made. And another Russian spiral. This is made to look like a 5-string. And we did is put snaps to snap it on. I'm tired. I didn't get a lot of sleep, y'all. So, looks nice on. Once again, those are all Swarovskis in there. And then I made this. This looks really neat on, dimensional. You just start with a small bead, and then you work up to one a little bigger, and bigger, and bigger, and your biggest up here, and then reverse. And you end up with this. It look cool on. Feels neat. I made a bunch of them because I just thought I wanted to make them where they're real small there and real big up here, you know. So I started really experimenting with different textures of beads and sizes and ways you could do it. So you got your hematite and your black going here with silver glass beads. These are glass beads with silver on them. They're not cheap. So once again, I like to make my my own toggles. They look nice. It's hard to find something, you know, that will match whatever it is that you're making. So I just found it just to be easier to go ahead and create your own closures. And look at that. It looks beautifully done like that. Very classy looking. To me, it is, you know. And there's a black one. Black and gold one. Not the gold. I was going to say the gold with metal, but it's not. And then once again, the toggles is handmade to match the bracelet. This is a check glass bead, a button that I wanted to find something to put it on because it's so beautiful. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? Wow, they're gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. So I made the bracelet. So there's a pattern I just made up. Kind of cool how it turned out. And then I just kind of put an edge on it so it would be nice and smooth and pretty. And then I just figured out how to make this a fastener. Now, it wasn't easy to come up with a way to do this, you know, but it works. It looks like it won't lay down right, and sometimes it don't, but so I could probably put a snap right there on it to make sure it lays down right. But I just made it and put it in a baggie. You know, I decided, well, kind of doesn't matter. If you even look like that, it's fine with me. I think that's cool too. Yeah. Have its own little unique look. I don't see nothing wrong with it looking like that. Unique. It's got a unique look. I showed that. These are all Russian sparrows. Similar. Just made with different, this is made with gold metal beads like this one was. And so you got your different colors going. Different size beads. And so it will lay differently. These are beautiful on. And then I made this one. Oh, this is really, you may not think it's pretty, but on it just gives a whole nother look. It may look funny like this when you put it on. Oh my gosh, it's pretty on. This is so pretty on. It's deceiving. Same thing with this. It looks, you know, weird with the different shapes and stuff in it, but on, oh, it's nice. And then this, made this. I won a contest with a bracelet like this, made with the petals from a Eureka that sells beads. They sell these beads, the petal beads, and so I made this and entered the contest, and I won. I won like, I don't know, like close to $100 worth of beads from them. And they put my bracelet on the front of the next still of the, you know, picture of their store online. My bracelet was on the front page. That was pretty cool. Made me feel special for once. I gotta do something really special. This is all Swarovskis. Oh, this is like a netting, and you just go back to the netting and you hook your beads on, boom, into each one. And I've seen somebody on an auction that sold a netted bracelet. They didn't know what they had. I did, and all it had was like pieces of turquoise here and there, and different gemstones here and there throughout the netting. And you guys were like, "Oh, it's so cool!" And I'm like, yeah, I looked at it, I go, I could make that. In fact, I made things like it. And this is right here. And all this is just, you just decide what you want to put. You don't even have to put them up down every one of these. You just put them everywhere you want to put them. And put whatever you want on there. So, that's what that was. And I wear this a lot, too. Love it. It's like this one I designed. I thought it was really cool. I don't wear this one. It's one of my favorite colors though. And I just love the way it turned out. It's the netting. It's really easy to make all kinds of designs on it too. You know, these toggle clasps I make are so easy and comfortable to wear. So easy to fasten. And they stay closed, they don't come off. This is like this one, just done in a different color. I love these, done with these turquoise looking beads. Very pretty. Once again, the clasp I made. I wore the crap out of this. About broke it. I had to make a new one. If I can remember how. It's got metal beads periodically. It's kind of like these. You just kind of roll it on, you know. Push it on, rather. And then my go-to bracelets. I wear the crap out of them. You probably end up getting broke. I wear them so much. And this is a set. And this is the hematite. The beads. And this got the regular store-bought clasp on it. I do like that. And I made matching earrings to go with it. With a twist. To where it would kind of match how that does. You see that? How it kind of matches. There's that same little thing going on there. I don't know how I made these. Don't even ask me. I could never probably even do this again. I just sit down and I'm like, okay, gotta come up with something. And I did. And I was able to do it twice. I don't think I'll ever be able to do it again. It was just one of them things that happened, and I couldn't tell you how I did it. I have no idea how I ended up making them earrings to match this. So it's definitely going as a set. If I sell it, and if anybody wants to buy it, yes, the stuff is going to be for sale. But I don't know what to sell it for because the price of the beads were expensive. And then the work I have into it, I'm afraid nobody's going to want to pay what I'm going to want. So that's the reason why I tell you, I don't know if I'm going to sell it. You have to really want it. And I made this. I got this idea from somebody else online. I put my own twist to it. Instead of, they were putting like, they're taking a clasp, an extra clasp of something they really thought was cute and putting it in the middle. And I took a Swarovski's and bezeled around it. So that's what that is. I bezeled around the Swarovski. And that's my centerpiece. So that's my bezel work. So I did not. The chain is a handmade chain. It's with beads to make it look like chain, but it's not. So, really cute. Kind of small. I made one really small. I sent that to, so get this, for her daughter. I don't know if she got it or not. I hope she got it. I hope they realized. I hope the packages went to the right people. Nobody's ever told me anything. So, anyway, I just love this color. The gray and the pinks. Silver and pink. And the gray looking, what they call, the Swarovski, I can't even think, opal. The opal color. It's just beautiful together. The Russian spiral. gone bigger and then smaller, so different sizes going on there instead of just made a regular tube. That's how they regularly make them. So that's with a twist. Let's see. I showed you everything. Something that you could get from like Hobby Lobby, and I made this, and I just added some beads that you could never get there. You know, you had to get these online, but all I did was like just go around them with that, and hook them together. And then I used like one without putting anything around it for the closure, so that you have continuous flowers all the way around your wrist. The one, except for the one that closed, I could have put them around the closure bead, but I didn't put any extra work into it. I could have put these around there, in other words, onto this loop right here. I had to make it a little bigger though, because it's a tight fit. I think that's good enough for something you just pick up at Hobby Lobby. I thought, oh, those are cute. Them little rose, turquoise rose plastic flowers. I want to do something with that. So that's what I came up with, and it's really cute on. They're adorable on. And just little flowers all the way around. And then these are Swarovskis. These are encaged with a netting. And every so often I would throw like a different color in there. This is sort of like meant for like Thanksgiving, so it got like the different colors in there. It almost looks like a fruitcake thing going on. That's what I was thinking when I made it. Or your corns with the different colors going on, and just thought I would give it some different shapes and a different spin on it, and make it unique. The green and a red here and there. Yeah. Give it its own little spin. And then I made one regular. Nice for fall. And it's just beautiful for fall. Then I may put the leaf, on there. So I did it for the other one too. So definitely, I bronzed this other one to make it look darker. Well, whatever you call it, where you antique it more. I darkened it. So they wouldn't both look identical, I wanted to give it a little difference. So I made it a little darker. So, oxidized, that's the word I'm looking for. It wasn't easy to do, because it was already kind of dark. I mean, see, that's how they normally are. So, yeah. I can't remember how I did that, but I did it. Showed that. Oh, and this is the ring I made. Gosh, it won't fit me anymore. Look at that. It don't even fit me no more. It's been, like I said, it's been about 4 or 5 years ago, or maybe less than that I made this. It fit me then. Oh, how horrible. It fits the pinky still. But yeah, I've showed you a ring I've made. I've made some other rings too. They, they look cool, don't they? They look cool. A beaded ring. They're kind of badass for a beaded ring. I just kind of, did the same thing with them. That's all it is. Except for I stopped. I stopped. I got to a certain point and just weaved them together. So yeah, them could be rings too, See? Very well could be rings. Just would stop there, not go up bigger again, and just keep them smaller. See? Yeah. Creative minds, man. Creative minds. This would make a cool ring here, huh? Oh, yeah. Look at that. Wouldn't that make a cool ring? See? I should have made a ring to go with this. The bracelet, earrings, and the... Well, a ring would be... Oh, look at that. That would make a cool ring. I should have done that. Isn't that pretty? Wow, that would have been a nice ring. Dang, if I could made it longer, have when it goes on your knuckle or something, you know. I'm getting all kinds of ideas. Wow. Let's see. And then I made this. I bezeled around it. And it's a Swarovski in there. And I kind of like... It was probably during the time I made this, because it had the same little thing going on there, you know. And I was like, let me do this to it. And they have, you know, a lot of things in common. And then this is like a blue cat eye with Swarovskis in between it ever so often. So that turned out in a very substantial magnet. So you won't have to worry about losing that. So, and then this necklace. Them are Swarovski drops, like what's on that, the one I just made. Except for these are the clear ones with the brown at the top. Which I was thinking about maybe using on here. But then decided just to stick with the gold tone for it. But it looks good with them opal. The opal and the tanzanite. Those are all Swarovskis. Every bit of this necklace is Swarovskis. Every bit. Swarovski necklace. Every bit of it. Except for a little CB here and there. Yeah. Oh, Swarovski. Pure Swarovski necklace. And this is my, I forget what they call them. Gosh. Geometric. Here I can do it, and I can't remember how to say it. Geometric beading. Now, you have to be really good. I'm not bragging or trying to sound like I know what I'm doing, but you do have to know what you're doing to do this. Geometric beading. That's like you learn the scale. You learn, you know, your raw. You learn to crawl. And what I mean by that, raw is right angle weave, and crawl is something added to the writing. I can't remember all the sayings for it. And then you get the geometric, which is above all those. So, and that's what these are. These are geometric. You can make like, by learning this, you can make like dishes and stuff with beads. Bead weave a dish by learning to do this. You can make like boxes and stuff like that. And I've seen somebody in one of the chats or one of the things doing something. Maybe it wasn't here, maybe it was one of them other. Because I watch more than just you guys, you know. I watch different crafters. But she was doing these triangle boxes things. They were geometric. And I'm like, oh, cool, there's somebody else doing some geometric stuff, you know? So I'm like, that's when I seen that, and I'm like, I gotta pick my beading back up. So, this is crawl. This is a right angle weave with a spin on it, with something extra to it. And plus, this has got Montees put on it. Like what a real jeweler would use in jewelry. You know. The Maltese. And those are Swarovskis with milk glass. It's in milk glass. I think it's milk glass. Let me hold it up to the light. No, those are opal sea glass. They glow yellow through them when I hold them to the light. They turn golden. In the inside they have gold, so it's opal. Opal sea glass. This necklace, it's getting long. I've got to get off here. I made this. The colors are beautiful together. And yeah, the Swarovskis on the sea beadings, the Swarovskis, along with that gorgeous another one of them gorgeous hooks, fasteners, like my necklace I just made has. So there's that. Put this on the lady. Look at that. That looks substantial. Okay. See? That's pretty stuff, huh? Yep. Oh, and here's another one. This not the same one. Just got so many of these going. This one's more rounder. This would make a cool ring too. But to see, this is more round. And they're very close together. It's just gorgeous. Look at that netting on there. No, I'm not holding it. The camera. Isn't that just gorgeous? It's like mesh. Feels like mesh. The way the beads do. That's what I like about working with very, very, very tiny. These are like 15-ohs. I like working with smaller beads than 11-ohs. There's 15-ohs. There's 13-oh Charlottes. Those are really tiny. Actually, I don't know which one's smaller. It's the 15-oh or the 13-oh Charlottes. But yeah. The 15-ohs, I'd like to get the Miyuki 15-oh. And I like working with Miyuki. Now, Tahoe is great. You know, they're very, very uniformed, Tahoe. That's what's good about that. And you had to watch when you try to make stuff like this, because you can't just use cheap beads if you want it to turn out nice and even edges like this. Nice clean edges without going around it like I do on these. Go around it to give it a pretty look, you know. But I use all uniformed. All my beads I use are uniformed. I don't use cheap sea beads. I use the expensive ones because of what the end look is going to give me. Can you imagine if I used just the beads that weren't uniformed on something like this? That'd be all wonky, you know. You can't, you know. Now if you're making something like this, you probably could get away with wonky, you know, sea beads or something like this. But if you're looking for beauty, you want to use something more substantial than a sea bead. Like some of these are metal and these are glass, and you know, so, and the crystal. So always mix it up. And speaking of metal, these here are made with metal. These are metal beads, silver beads. These are glass. The big ones are metal. So, yeah. I made, you know, I made several of these, so they're really easy and quick to make. You know, so I could sell these cheap because of that. But then I didn't make enough to even sell. And this is something I'm proud of. These are made with Delicas. Look at that flash it has on it. It's like a real silver on glass. That's what that is. And then these are Swarovskis. They made it sort of like a copy of a Pandora, if you will. You know, but I put a different color of Swarovski on each side. Yeah, so there's a purple looking opal. And there's your tanzanite. And then there's your pink opal. And there's your white opal. Green opal. And clear Swarovski. AB. So, yeah. It's really nice. Right there is real pretty. Anyway. This is one I've made most recent. This is sterling silver. This is a bone. It's onyx. That's a coral. And there's a real turquoise. I'm not going to say they are something substantial because when I bought them, they told me they were Sleeping Beauty, and I'm finding out they don't look like Sleeping Beauty, but I do believe they're real because I've tested them by scratching them in places that you can't see. And they are blue on the inside, and when I scratch them, they do not turn white. Sterling silver. Everything about this is sterling silver. Even the thread I threaded it on. So, real stones and silver. I think I've showed y'all everything. I just wanted to do a retake on stuff that I've made. And y'all have a nice weekend. Rest of what holidays left. And love y'all. See y'all again. Thanks for watching. Bye.